Hey guys, momentaijankguy here, bringing you a brand new deck profile. Well, I would say it's more of an update than a new deck, but at the same time, I would also call it a new deck because it does have a lot of new cards in it. And realistically speaking, it's not support that was meant for the deck, but it's support that actually worked with the deck. So it's going to be a lordknightmon deck with Darkknightmon, because the lordknightmon is just very good with the deck, and everything has synergizes with the deck. So it's going to be a Darkknightmon update deck profile. So our egg is still the best generic black egg. It's Pokemon on deletion, reveal a top card of your deck, add it to your hand, and if it's a black Digimon card, put it to your hand. Otherwise, you bottom deck it. So just a really good egg. It's really good with our first rookie right over here. With the new momentaijankguy, I'm very sad that he's not an uncommon because there's no pre-release stamp for it. So on deletion, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck from among them. Add 1 card that has Nightmon in its text or the Twilight trait to your hand, and place 1 such card under one of your Tamers pressed to the bottom of your deck. So you have to add 1, and you have to tuck something. And unfortunately, the card that you place under the Tamer, if you have a Tamer, can be the level 5, it can be level 6, it can be itself. That's the only unfortunate part. It's not optional to put something underneath the Tamer. But it's a very nice card, and it synergizes very well with the Pokemon, because you can swing, do it on deletion first, reveal, add, then do this top 3, add, tuck something under. So it has a lot of synergy with it. And the inherit is reboot. And reason why is because for these for this egg and for like the rookies that we're going to be using is because the deck doesn't really evo in the back. The deck is all hard playing. So let's get the rookies, let's get the eggs out of the way. And so I am still working on the list, so this is more like a 1.0 list for me with the new stuff. And so we are only running for 8 rookies. We're running 8 and 8 momentaijankguys. So this momentaijankguy is a better searcher than this one. So on play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 2 cards that are either black with Nightmon or Deadly Axemon in their names, or with the Twilight trait from among them, and put them into your hand, and then you bottom like the rest. So this searches your Tamers. This can search your option card because it says add 2 cards, so it doesn't specify Digimon, Tamer, or option. Add 2 cards that have Twilight in their text, in the trait, or Nightmon in their names. No, it cannot add the option card. It doesn't say in the text. But yeah, so it can add basically like 98% of the deck, and it's very good. And so those are all the rookies we're playing. We're still trying it out. So far, it has not really been a problem at all. Just because the amount of searching and the amount of like hard playing you do, because when stuff dies, you just recycle it. Next, we're gonna go on to the 4s. So for the first 4s, we're gonna be playing 4 of this Nightmon. So the Nightmon is from EX4. It's very old. So on play, if you don't have an NA mono in your hand, I mean on your field, you can play an NA mono for free. So I like this card a lot better than the promo Nightmon, which is, I also don't have any, because that card is like $25, $26. So I've never felt like I needed it, and so I still don't think I need it. The on deletion is you reveal a top card of your deck, and if it's a Twilight trait or blue flare, but there is no blue flare in this deck, so only Twilight, you add it to your hand. So it's basically another Pokemon. And the inherit is reboot. So the reason why I don't really like the 4s too much is because they all evo for 3, and 3 in this format now for Digimon, it's just too much memory. And yeah, that's all it does. And then next, for the level 4s, we're going to do the 4s first, is going to be Nightmon. Mighty X mode. So this card is very good. It's basically a substitute for Nightmon or Deadly Axemon. Just very good card. So you can use 2 of them as long as you treat this as Nightmon, this as Deadly Axe, it still works. And so the name of this card / Digimon is also treated as Nightmon and Deadly Axemon. So very nice. It allows you to, you never have to worry if you've seen multiple of these in hand, because you could just use both of them to Digicross. And he also can Digicross. So on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Nightmon in its name, and 1 Deadly Axe. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Nightmon in its name, 1 Deadly Axemon, or 1 Nene mono to your hand. Trash the rest. then if you Digicross, you can delete something that's a play cost of 4 or less. So that's very, very nice. But you have to Digicross with 2 cards. If you Digicross with 1, you don't. And then it's -1 with Skull Knightmon, Darkknightmon. So this is just a very good, solid card. It's good removal, and it's just a very, very good, strong card. Next, for the 4s, we are still running. I'm still working on this. I may want to tone it down. Reason why I don't want to tone it down is because it's also a very good card. It's going to be Skull Knightmon Cavalier Mode. So the name of this card is also treated as Skull Knightmon and Darkknightmon. And it has a 1 Digivolving skill. When Digivolving, this Digimon gains jamming and blocker. So very, very cool. And the reason why I want to keep it is because it evils over level 4s for a cost of 1. So sometimes when you need like that little draw, you can just evil on top of it for 1 on top of itself, even on top of itself, because you can. And just to draw that 1 extra card. And the eviling for 1 does help a lot. It does help with like memory choking if they don't have like a memory tamer or like a memory setter. Or a tamer that gives memory. Next, we are only running 2 Deadly Axemon. This card is on play. Trash 1 card in your hand that has Blue Flare or Twilight in its trait to draw 2 cards. So it's very, very nice. And on deletion is reveal the top card of your deck. If that card has Blue Flare or Twilight in its trait, you can add it to your hand. If not, you trash it. The trashing part is pretty nice too, just because you don't have to worry about like cycling through the deck to see it again. And all turns for the Inherit is plus 1000 power. And then for the last 4, we are only running 2 Skull Knightmon. This is the only swap I might do. I am debating about just taking out 2 of the Cavaliers and just putting 2 more of the regular Skull Knightmons. So this card is the only one that evils for 2, unfortunately. And so when attacking, you may trash all the Digivolution cards off of one of your Deadly Axemon and place it at the bottom of this Digimon's Digivolution cards to Digivolve into a Darkknightmon in your hand for free. So how it works is like, let's say you have any of these that aren't this, basically. You swing, you tuck it under, and then you Digivolve into the level 5 for free. I may just do that switch. I may just put this to 4 and put this to 2 because the new level 5 Darkknightmon does have a win Digivolving. And the Inherit is, while this Digimon has Nightmon or Bagramon, I don't know why it needs Bagramon still. It gets Hero Attack plus 1, so super cool. Next, we're going to go on to the 5s. We do run quite a bit of number of 5s. We're running 2 of the old Darkknightmon. This card is just very nice. It synergizes very well with the lordknightmon Ace. So on play, you may place 1 Skull Knightmon and one Deadly Axemon from your hand or trash, which is the very cool part. Underneath this Digimon as the sources in any order. And on all turns, when this Digimon is deleted, you may play 1 Skull Knightmon and or Deadly Axemon from its sources rested. So you still provide bodies, and look at the art. Look at this old nice art. Look at this. It's just really cool. Next, we're playing the other Darkknightmon from BT10. So on play, you Digivolve 1, but if you Digicross using 2 cards, you can delete something, a Digimon that's play cost of 5 or less, and all turns when this Digimon would be deleted, you can return one of the sources back to your hand and then play one of the sources. So very, very nice and very strong card. Next, we have the new Darkknightmon, which is a lot better than the purple-blue one that we got back then in EX4. So on play, when Digivolving, to Digivolve 1 of your opponent Digimon. Then if you Digicross using 2 cards, of course, you may delete 1 play cost 3 or lower Digimon or Tamer, and it also has material save 1, so when it dies, you can save something. And then the on deletion, this one actually has an on deletion, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card with Nightmon in its text from under your Tamers without paying the cost. So this is reason why it's not bad if like you tuck under like a Momentaijankguy or something underneath your Tamer, because this can play it out because it says Nightmon in the text. And the Inherit for this is on deletion, you may play 1 level 4 lower Digimon card with Nightmon in its text from your trash without paying the cost. So super nice. So we're running 10 level 5s. Then we are playing 2 Darkknightmon Deck Antibody. I might take this out completely because I think it's still a bit too slow. Because I don't have any Darkknightmon X antibodies. But so far it's been doing pretty good without it. But so Digivolves for 4 on top of Darkknightmon. So when Digivolving, return 1 black and purple Digimon card other than himself back to your hand. And then delete 1 Tamer and unsuspend this Digimon. So the unfortunate part is that you have to delete something. You have to delete a Tamer. So let's say your opponent has no Tamers, but you have a Tamer. You have to delete 1 Tamer to delete 1 Tamer, and then it unsuspends. And then if Darkknightmon or X Antibody, oh yeah, that's the additional effect, but that's usually, this is the only deck you're ever going to run it in. And all your 5s are Darkknightmon, so you never have to worry about that part. On deletion, and then on deletion, you may play 1 Darkknightmon from your trash without paying the cost. So super, super cool. Next, we have the new card, lordknightmon Ace. So this card's very sick, very awesome. It's searchable too because it has a Knightmon name. So when Digivolving, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card with Knightmon in its text from your hand or trash without paying the cost. So it plays any of the level 5s. And then all turns, all Digimon with as much or less CP as this Digimon gain collision. And so that your opponent's Digimon also gain collision as well. So what that means, when you swing, they have to block you. So super, super nice card. And so those are all the Digimon. We're going to get on to the Tamers right now. We're running 2 Neneomano. Neneomano is on play. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Knightmon or Deadly Axemon in its name. Which is why you can add this, because it's Knightmon. Or Twilight in its trait from among them to your hand to place the rest of the bottom of your deck. Then during the opponent's turn, all of your Digimon with Darkknightmon in their names or Twilight in their traits gain blocker. And then on deletion, you gain 2 members. The on deletion is because it's supposed to work with a level 6. Then we were playing 3 of the new Neneomano. This is the memory setter, so something the deck really, really needed. So all turns, when any of your composite or Twilight trait Digimon cards with Digicross requirements would be played, by suspending this Tamer, 1 card under your Tamers and 1 card in your trash can also be placed for the Digicross. So you can suspend his, use something underneath and get something from the trash, or if you have nothing under this, you can still get something from the trash. So super, super cool card. And then we were playing 1 Kirha and Nene. Start of your main phase. If there are 2 or more Digimon to play, you get a memory, so super nice. And then all turns, when you to play 1 Digimon card is the Blue Flare Twilight trait with Digicross requirements. By suspending this Tamer, you may place 1 card from your Tamers and 1 card from your trash digitally cards for Digicross. So super nice. So just 5 Tamers. And then for the last cards, we were playing 3 Fists of Athena. This card is very nice. It's basically a 3 cost Lapis Demon. So while you have a Digimon with Knightmon in its text, you may ignore color requirements, so super cool. So main, until the end of your opponent's turn, one of their Digimon gains the start of main phase, this Digimon attacks, and then place this card in the battle area. And then all turns, when attack targets change, the delay, one of your Digimon gains piercing, its carry attack +1 till the end of turn. So it's super cool, because since lordknightmon, it gives everything collision essentially. It's going to have security attack +1 if you choose to do this. And then the security effect is just insane. I hit it twice in a game today. It was really nice. So security is, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card with Knightmon in its text from your trash without paying the cost. And then place this card in the battle area. So in this deck, aside from the BT5 Darkknightmon, the effect is basically play a level 5 to Digivolve. So it's just super, super cool. And then it goes to your battle area, which is nice. And then where we are playing the 1 of Immortal Ruler. So I've been using this just to trash cards, other than instead of just like trying to play Darkknightmon, because sometimes I don't have a Darkknightmon, or sometimes I just need sources in the trash for my Tamers, and just playing this for free is just very nice. But while you have an Neneomano, you can ignore color requirements, and so the main is trash top 3 cards of your deck. Then you may play 1 Darkknightmon from your trash for its play cost. If you play a Digimon with Digicross requirements by this effect, you may also place cards from your trash and use them. You may also place cards underneath and use them as a Digicross if you use it from the trash. So yeah, that is the deck. I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time.